G'day guys, welcome to Cozzy TV, and as you can see, I'm not in my normal place today. Actually, I am in the kitchen, and I thought today what we are going to do is we're going to cook one of the most popular, foods in Australia. And what is that food? It's Toowoomba Pasta. Just kidding. Toowoomba Pasta actually isn't a food from Australia. In fact, for people who don't know, Toowoomba is actually a small country town, actually very close to where I grew up. It's on top of a mountain, very beautiful in the spring. If you live near Toowoomba, they have a spring flower festival. Check that out. But other than that, no, there's never been a special pasta that's come from Toowoomba. Outback Steakhouse actually isn't even Australian. I believe it's American owned. Anyway, I thought because it's really popular in Korea, I thought we would make it because I also like it. So let's check out the ingredients for today. Today I've used linguine, green onions, just one stalk of green onions, 200 mils of heavy cream, 75 mils of milk, about 5 or 6 shrimp, a few slices of bacon, some button mushrooms, half an onion, and a few cloves of garlic. I've also got some soy sauce, I've used gochujang, and also just obviously some salt and pepper. Okay, so let's get started with Walter's cooking course. Not a course, I'm not a professional chef. How about Walter's cooking show? Cozzy cooking show. Cozzy's, let's call this the Cozzy food video. Yeah, that'll do. So also while making this pasta today, I thought I would answer some questions that you have asked me on my Instagram. If you haven't been to my Instagram yet, check it out. The link is below. So the first thing I'm going to do, the green onions. So I'm just going to chop these very finely. Not very finely, just sort of rough, I think. Okay, I've washed this, by the way. I am not dirty. I think that will be enough for me. Now, I'm going to add it into this bowl here. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the cream. So the first question I'm going to answer is, did you ever go to stores and hand in your resume just like the old time? Yeah, I did. Actually, the first job I had though, I was 13 years old and I worked at a fruit market. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just chopping this garlic up. All right. But yes, I did remember going to, when I moved to Brisbane, to study, going from shop to shop, submitting my resume in. Now you don't have to do it these days, everything is online. For people who are planning to move to Australia, if you're looking for a very good website, sig.com is the best website, I think. There's also a very good Korean website called Hoju, which I'll also put in the link below. Cut these button up. Oh, onions. Whew. Okay, onions are starting to hit me. Gonna cut this bacon into nice chunks here and just separate them a little bit. So the next question I'm going to answer is about racism. So someone asked me, they've heard that Australia is a quite racist sort of country, and they're just curious whether I have experienced this at all. I did experience a few different times that I was racially abused, but you have to remember when I was growing up, it was a little bit more common than it is these days. Now, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm still think that it is probably in Australia, but I don't think it's as bad as some people make it out to be. I really hope that you don't avoid Australia for that reason, because I really think it's not going to affect you too much. And if it does, then those people are, you know, more of a loser than anyone else who does that sort of stuff. Okay, so we've just cut a line down the middle of the shrimp, or well, prawns. It's because in Australia we call them prawns, not shrimp. But I've been in Korea so long, many people call them shrimp. But I call them prawns and shrimp. But Australians call them prawns. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add the shrimp and the bacon together. And I'm going to add gochujang, like that, just a little bit. Okay. Maybe just a dollop, and I'm just gonna give it a quick mix through, okay? Just to get it coated like this, okay? So I'm gonna boil some water and put the Okay, so I just put on some water for the pasta, and now I'm going to start cooking. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some oil into the pan. So I'm going to chuck the onions in and the garlic. Someone asked me that, like, in Korea, you know, when someone has a housewarming, you give them things like, toilet paper or detergent. What do we give in Australia? Well, to be honest with you, in Australia, I think you're more likely to just give like alcohol. A bottle of wine is quite nice, as well as mushrooms in there. Maybe, you know, six pack of beer or something like that. You can buy them like a nice plant or something like that, something for the house, you know, to decorate the house. As that's cooking away, I'm gonna add the bacon and the shrimp. Okay, so at the moment, we got the bacon and shrimp. The next, it wasn't really a question. Someone told me that they want to see a daily vlog. Unfortunately, due to my busy schedule, I'm, you know, not exactly have enough time to do a daily vlog. For me, I work, you know, 5 days a week. Also do the podcast with Korean Billy. I also have started a new English program, which will be on YouTube hopefully very soon. And to be honest with you, my life is pretty boring except for that, so. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is, I should have probably added the pasta in by now. Okay, so just a little bit of milk. Alright, like that. So at the moment, it looks a bit like that. So the next question I've got was, how was my school life growing up? I had a really quite good, you know, schooling life. You know, I didn't really like school, to be honest with you. It's quite funny, I was sort of a troublemaker. You know, I had a lot of good friends, you know, I enjoyed doing things like sport, all those kind of cool things, but it's a pretty average sort of schooling life. So as we can see, it's starting to cook quite nicely, I think, for an amateur cook. And the last question that I'm going to answer today is, where does the word Aussie come from? Now, to be honest with you, I don't know, okay, but what you've probably heard is that many, you know, Australians, we like to add the E on the end of words. Biscuit will become bicky, and chocolate will become chocky, and Christmas will become Chrissy, and Australia will become Aussie. So we tend to do that quite a lot. Now remember, Aussie is more of an adjective, so we don't say, you know, I like to go to Aussie. it's kind of a bit strange. So we call people Aussies, okay? Or we call the food Aussie food. Use Aussie in that way, not to describe the actual country. Now, as we can see right now, the sauce has reduced by a lot. Just have a quick taste. Oh, very good. Pasta has been cooked, and now I'm going to add it to the straight to the sauce. Okay, so here goes. Okay, so in it goes. Alright. And we're just gonna give that a bit of a toss. Alright. Looks and smells amazing. Alright, it's time to plate up. So I'm gonna twist all this in this ladle, like so. Oh, okay, and then just gently place it in the middle, like so. Nice little imperfect. I'm gonna add a few bits of shrimp on top, some bacon, and just ruin it by just doing that part. No! No! Ah, it was looking so okay. Alright. Okay, I have a lot left over. I was only cooking for one. So we're just gonna clean off this bowl. Okay, and there you have it. My Toowoomba pasta. So it turned out better than I thought. So I guess it's the only thing we can do now is time to eat. Cheers. Let's have a taste. Oh, very hot. You know what? That's pretty good. I'm very happy with that, actually. So, oh wow. You know what? I may not be the best cook, but this is pretty bloody good. So anyway guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Always remember to like and subscribe, and yeah, I'm gonna finish this off and enjoy the rest of my night. And have a nice Bundaberg ginger ale with it. Anyway guys, again, cheers, and like I always say, stay positive.